Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to, well, it's quite an exciting day really. It's the first flip through of 4 journals that I've made for my the opening of my Etsy store. Those on Instagram and Facebook know that it's been in process a long time. So these are the first of 4 mini journals. I think, I've forgotten to measure them, but I will put it in the link below, in the description box below. So they're coffee box journals, mini ones, and this one I'm going to feature today is the one called Prim and Proper. I've called it, named it Prim and Proper because I just love this image. It's the last little bit of the graphic 45 paper that I purchased a little while ago, but I just love this image of this lady at her work. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and she looks very prim and proper. So that's the name of this particular journal. It has 6 signatures, and on the back I've adorned it with a vintage brooch, and it can come off. I've just popped it on a little teardrop, what's the word? Paper clip, so you can remove it easily if you like, but it is okay. It does flip up if you want to lay it flat to use it, so that's fine. So it's a coffee box journal, which is covered in 2 layers of card stock. The top layer is sewn, and then the spine is reinforced. I've done a reinforced spine, and I've reinforced it with fabric as well as the tape on the edges there. So let's just dive straight in. As you can see, the has at the top the little tassel lace all around, and it's just tied with ribbon. I've got a hole in the back that's tied with ribbon. So let's get it going to start. Okay, so I've got a little pocket on the inside, and I've just sort of done a little collage with some vintage fabric and lace, and a little mini tag there with the postage stamp on it. I've got another couple of bits actually that need to go in that, because need to go in here. Anyway, so the first signature has got this sort of seed catalogue type picture on it, from a vintage book that I picked up just recently, and I absolutely love it. There's a mixture in here of pages, vintage pages, coffee dyed paper, and not coffee dyed paper as well. This is from the graphic 45. This you'll see is just the other side. I'll show you in a mo of the vintage typewriter paper that I had. So you'll see in here a little bit of stamping, washi, that's a bit of Edith Holden. Lots of room for journaling, not for extensive journaling. I have mine by my bed, and I just have details for every day that I pop in mine. I don't know if you can see, I've just popped a little stamp on there. I just loved that, and I left it as it is. Oh yes, it's on an envelope that sort of flips open, and I've put little goodies inside. But there are, oh yes, bird illustrations. That's my little bird page book. I've done a little pocket there. It's got some little bits and pieces in. It'll take a while. I'm going to do all these journals separately so we can actually take our time with them. Okay, make sure I'm still in frame. Bit of washi, stamping. I've left the text from the bird pages visible because I just think it's just quite interesting, adds interest. That's from that typewriter wrapping paper, and the stamp is lovely, vintage, I think 1920s style lady. Look on trees, vintage paper that I found, tiny bit of lace just stapled on there, black lace. That's not vintage, but I just thought it looked nice. This is from the copy of the Sears catalogue book that I have, and I just thought that looked gorgeous in the centre, with the lovely lace collars, little accessories, handbags, all things that we like. Coffee dyed sort of maths paper. I love this, that you might recognise this. I did the Graphic 45 Traveller's Notebooks, and I love these. These are stamps I've had for years, but they're still just as elegant as ever. Bit of stamping. This is line drawings from around Britain. I love that. Okay. Another little flap to the other side of the envelope, and I popped a little bit of fabric in there that says memories. You can pop that any way you like, really. I just have to shave a little bit more of that off, I think. In there. A vintage botanical book, that one. There you go. So I've just done a little bit of muslin, and that's just pinned in. You can pop that anywhere you like. That's the other side of that wrapping paper. So that's the end of the first signature that has its little dangle. I don't know if you can see this little faceted, where are you? Get you in frame, faceted little bead there. It picks up the light just beautifully. That's the first signature. Second signature, it's covered. It's this is from a book that I had all on country living and flowers, and I just loved it. Just take a bit of Edith Holden with the autumnal, seasons trees washi. Bit of washi on this bit of coffee dyed, tea dyed paper that flips out like so. These stamps, I just thought, these are Graphic 45 I think ones, but I love them. I just love, that's like an Edwardian elegance type thing. I thought, I've got loads of those in the Edwardian elegance, and I just thought it would look nice in there. Bit of Daphne's Diary in this one, from the Daphne's Diary sort of planner. Just threw that in because I thought that looked nice. Music paper, and I just did a little bit of printing from Pinterest free printables on there. That lady printed that onto music paper. That's the centre of that. Countryside again. I like line drawings. I like the colours. I like to try to keep them sort of kind of in the same colour palette for this. There we go. It's kind of junk journaly, all sorts of different sizes of pages and different pages as well. So you've got the little stone bead there on that one. Okay. Third signature now. Again, that was from the Graphic 45 paper Communique. If you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So pop that in. There you go. Slim frame. The little circly bits popped in. It was quite autumnal. And I just popped this little journal card in. Put it in as a journal card, I think. A bit of that coffee stained coffee mug paper with the marks on it. I love this. I've got just a few left, and I've done the stamping of coffee beans. And then what I've done is a little, it's like cushions, I think, on beds. Bit of botanical. If you can remember from that washi that I got a little while ago, the old wind-up telephone. That's really sweet. So I thought it was in keeping with the Communique style. Oh, and we have company with the dogs. There you go. Is that one? Yep. That's a little bit of that shorthand book, Pitman shorthand book, vintage book that I picked up a little while ago. I popped a couple of pages in there because I think that looks lovely and quite in keeping, and just one of the postage stamps that I picked up I liked the colours for that. An old locomotive. Old locomotive. Journaling, 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 and again little centre spread, again from the Sears and Roebuck. Is it Roebuck, is it? The catalogue book that I've got. So it's a very similar format. Okay, you've got the print of the lady. I think that's gorgeous. There's more rewarding, but I just chucked it in there anyway because I liked it. What have I done here? The little vintage telephone stamp, and this bit of this washi I don't often use. If you see the detail on it, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't just about fits in with this colour scheme, so I thought I'd pop it in. Okay. That's the candle, the inside of that candle image. And that's the end of the, is that the third signature? And that has the little ribbon on it with the, like, oh, little leaves, fir tree leaves, and that little wooden beads. On this one I did a little collage. I was really pleased with this. So of course this is Graphic 45 again, but this is Tim Holt's, this little frame. And I saw somebody do this, I think it was a lady from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, Debbie. I was watching one of her videos and she'd done a little frame and she'd put a little postage stamp inside the frame, so it looked like a picture. But I thought, is this a stamp? I can't remember if it's a stamp or not, to be fair. Or it might just be one of these. One of those. Yes, it's the other half of this little picture. Anyway, so I popped it in there like a photograph. I was quite pleased with that. And that tucks behind there like that. And it just got a little decorated paper clip. There you go. So that opens up and you have your lady on, not muslin. I can't remember what this is called. But anyway, just stamped on there. And the other lady on this side. Really pleased with how that's turned out. And the little fan that features a lot in the Edwardian Elegance diary, to be fair, from the but I thought I'd pop it in there anyway. Lots of different elements to look at, which is what I like. I try to make it kind of junky but without being too wild on the colour. Vintage fabric again, and a lovely postage stamp, Cheltenham flower, I think that one is, on that trains. This little book on Monet that we had, I picked up. I just left the blurb on the back. That's the centre spread, one of his pictures, but I left the blurb on. I didn't cover it up. I thought it was quite nice just to see, with a little tip in, a little picture there, the back of a calendar, I think that was. This is some vintage paper I picked up a while ago. I don't know what it's for. It's quite uneven, but I picked up about 3 pads. A little bit of stamping on that one, on that tea dyed, and our lovely lady again in her hat. I love that hat. Love it. Going on for 15 minutes just on this one. That's her again, another one of the lovely vintage ladies dressed up to the nines, and that's the end of that 4th signature. And on the little tab it has this beady thing here. Yeah, signature 5. Okay. You can see that. A little selection of pages. Again, that's the other side of that. I think this was Linguaphone actually, and that's the Pitman's shorthand. a little mixture of the two. I thought it was just the one. A little journaling card with the lace, little mini tags. I don't know if you can see the stamping on there with the little birds on there. A couple of those in there. Again, that's got the line drawing, English countryside, sort of autumnal. That's what I liked about it. I like the colours going with this. Bit wrapping paper that I've had for a while. I featured it in the very first altered book I did for a friend, I think, and I just found a piece. I thought I'd pop that in there. And it's got this beautiful, I love the bead on this one actually. Vintage tab, vintage fabric tab, you see the bead on that. And for the last signature I have on that, oh yes, I've really got to tell them this one, haven't I? I've done sort of collaging on this one, I think. This comes off, so that's very similar. That is the again graphic 45 paper, and it's got a little card with it, and I've just sort of popped it on there with a little paper clip, decorated paper clip, and the little mini tag with the stamp that comes with that set. So that's the last of that. This is the last signature, and a bit of Edith Holden. Just love the colours. Love the colours in this. A little printable from the internet. And I've done that onto tracing paper. And here it sounds gorgeous, and it feels lovely too. Bird book. Botanical drawing. Stamp on this paper that's a big plate, and knife and fork. Here's the other side of that. Edith Holden botanical paper that I've coffee dyed. It's come out really quite dark. And that's the other landscape again. That's English landscape, so it's lovely. There we go. And pop that in there. You can pop anything you like in here. And there you go. And on the back, I've just on that inside, I've just done this little stamp. If you can see, it's supposed to be these little birds and a silhouette of birds in foliage. And on that one, we have a little paper clip with a little glass bead. And on the back, I have put a little pocket. If you can see the little pocket, and it's got just a little pin cushion. The other one says elegance, and this, I think, I stuck it now on there. Oh, you actually stuck it there, didn't I? Not taken out. So this is Prim and Proper. I hope you like it. I love it. I love it. And what I've done with that is a embellishment pocket. It's going to come with this for the first 4 journals for the Etsy store, just as a celebration. I'm doing them with sending them out with these. I will be making these and selling them separately on my store, but the idea is that you can you send for this. It is a pocket. This is from the Sears Roebuck catalogue, and I've kind of themed it with the journal this time. And you get a pocket that you can actually either put in as a clip in as a roving pocket in your journal, any journal, not for this one, or you can stick it in. But I've popped little bits in that you can use in your journaling. So these are just little bits from the graphic 45 set. That was from the Communique set. So these just little. This was from the typewriting themed wrapping paper that I really liked, and I've just popped it on some tea dyed paper. That's from the Communique Ephemera, and I just popped this little notepad, a little flip up notepad that you can pop in somewhere. Done it with this coordinating lace and little pearl So what you do with this is when you're journaling with its travel notebook or whatever else, you want bits and pieces. What this does is you can, I'm going to do a little stash busting exercise. So I will be popping together little pads like this. An idea I've been working on for a while. So you can just tear bits out as you go. I'll be doing all sorts of different ones. I'll be doing all sorts of different themed pockets with lace. So you can use the whole, everything on here is usable, even down to the string that puts it together. Okay, so I'm going to try and do a little selection of all sorts of things. As I say, this one is going with, is coming out with this. Whoever would like to own this little lovely will get the ephemera thingy to go with it too. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Links to my shop will be down below once I've figured out how to do it. And I hope you enjoy. I'm going on to do next, I will be featuring this one next video, Autumn Abundance, with its coordinated pocket as well. So if you like what you see and you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe down below. Leave a comment if you like. Join us on our journey on Instagram and Facebook. And I hope you have a chance to visit my store. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.